Hey guys, sorry that I didn't post this about 2, 3 months ago. When you guys asked for it, I've just been super fucking busy between here and work, and then spring came on, and I'm dealing with that and trying to get the garden planted. I'll have a video of that coming up soon. I'm hoping to plant that this weekend. Um, First time I've ever done a garden, so definitely go on there and tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm remodeling a room in my house, which I'm just about done with, but gutted that completely down to studs and, rewired, replumbed, drywall. Got to do the floor and trim, and that'll be done. Um, so I just want to apologize. I didn't get any of this done here several months ago when you asked. I've just been really busy. And, anyways, we'll get into it. So, ran this through the winter. It worked really well. I don't know how much oil we ended up burning through it, but I'd probably say we burned I'd say probably good 30 gallons or so of oil through it, which quite a reasonable amount. It works great once you get it going. There's several adjustments that I would have liked to have made. First off, this high temp silicone caulk stuff is junk. It just turns into like charcoal. And flakes off everywhere. But I didn't have that much issues with it gassing off or anything in the shop here, so I didn't even bother trying to reseal it. I do have to preheat the oil to get it to flow good, to start it per se. Once it's flowing, I can put cold oil in and it works great. The only thing is if you stop the flow and try and restart it, then it won't restart. I believe the reason for that is just that it gets a siphon going with this little bit of a drop. From our pan up here, drops down, down to here, we're dropping maybe a foot or so. So I think once you get it going with good hot oil, then it'll start to draw a siphon, then it'll pull cold oil through. So two things that I wish I would have done, or that I probably will do before next winter, is either upgrade this to like 3/8 line so it'll flow through a little bit better and start pulling, or I'm going to try and get this up higher somewhere and mount it up on the wall maybe, so that way I can get more gravitational pull on it. Other than that though, yeah, it worked great. I mean, it's enough that it keeps the shop here pretty warm. I could get it cherry red all through here, and I would get that, and I'd end up with about a 600-degree temp here, and then end up with about 450, 500 degrees going up the stack, which was good. But I like that. That's about what I tried to run it at. With the big fan running behind it, that blew some heat out. So I guess without anything further, we'll get at it and start opening it up so you guys can see the inside, and we'll see how many clinkers we got in there and how dirty it is. One thing we did do is we've been filtering the oil just through like a cloth or something, just to get some of the whatever it is out, carbon, what have you. I don't know. I've been told that like a cloth or a pair of blue jeans is good to like 25 microns. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but it's what I read on the interweb. So we'll see if we can get this guy out and clean it. So this is all I had going in there. Obviously it went straight in this way and dripped down, but this is a side view. You can see all the carbon build up, but it did plug up on me once, and you got to be careful doing this with what you use. Some certain types of brake cleans or certain things like that can create phosgene gas when you burn them. That's extremely dangerous. But I just took brake clean and I fed it down this tube, and I was able to clean it right out. But like I said, you got to be really careful with what you do, what you're burning in a closed atmosphere, because you can create some very dangerous gases. So that's all that was in there. We'll have a video on my chickens coming soon too, so. The other thing that might be the issue is just this little needle valve. It's causing, blockage or what have you. That could also be a problem. Upsizing that probably would help quite a bit. Alright, so that actually worked quite well. So there's definitely quite a bit of buildup in there, but when you realize, or when you consider the amount that we burned, it's not bad. I don't know. We'll clean that and see what we really get out of it. So overall, considering the amount of oil I ran through here, this little bit of buildup isn't, it's not terrible considering you do it once a year, just pull it out and clean it and be done. Probably could break it up with a screwdriver and blow it out with an air gun, but who wants to make that kind of mess? I'm not really sure how functional these elbows really were because they seem to just continually twist down, I think, with heating and cooling. So I am just pulling those out, and we'll see how it runs without those in there next winter. And we'll go from there. So then, yeah, I got that pretty well cleaned out. That's about what I ended up getting out of it. Right there. So then on the inside there, I just had this old piece of black iron pipe I had laying around and a piece of channel iron here. I welded a bead here and a bead here. So that way it sits like this and the oil comes in and drips on top. So this guy sits here. This guy sits here and this guy drips right on there. And the beads are on there just to kind of keep your oil up here, just to kind of, direct your flame to where you want it. So overall, I'm happy with the way it worked out. Like I said, it heats the shop and it's on, it's almost basically free heat because it's just waste oil that we had laying around. So we have a drum in the corner that we put it in. Like I said, I'd like to get a better filtration system so I can filter it better than just running it through a rag. It works, but it's kind of inconvenient. If I had a better reservoir where I could dump maybe 10 gallons in, let it slowly drip through, that would work. But right now I just have a rag draped in a funnel. Like I said, it works. Not ideal. The other thing I'd like to do, maybe make a smaller heater or something. Well, no, that... Maybe run the oil through here like twice or something for my preheater. And maybe not. Maybe I don't even need to. It's pretty warm. Maybe just up this to a 3/8 size. And then set like a 5-gallon reservoir up there with a quick connect coupler. And then make a second reservoir, whether it be a 5-gallon pail or what have you. But then you can put the lid on. It's closed. It's clean. It's not fucking dripping everywhere. Everyone knows oil's messy. This way it's not messy. If I can set it up there and hook some sort of quick coupler up, and with that extra gravity feed, it won't need to be preheated as much, and it'll just get its preheating coming through this heat exchanger here. Maybe that's what I'll go with, and then once that, when it runs down, I'll just throw the other 5-gallon pail up there, and then I can filter it in 5-gallon increments. It'll work well. That's about it as far as modifications I'm thinking. It's just just the feed system. That seems to work pretty well, and I don't know, it's not a perfect way to clean it, but if you only got to do it once a year, what the hell, why not? Why try and reinvent the wheel and spend 6 days out here fabricating and making something when you don't need to, you know? So, see if I can get you up in here if we got enough battery here. Alright guys, so this is the tubes inside of the heat exchanger here. This is going to be on the side that the wood fire exhaust comes up, so the back side of the exchanger, I guess. It's just kind of that fluffy, powdery, ashy buildup. There's not like oily creosote or anything in here. According to Google, this fluffy stuff isn't much of a danger. It says that whatever buildup was in there already burned off. So we'll stick you up on the oil burner side. My apologies here. I can't really see what the camera's seeing, so I'm just winging it and hoping that you get up there. But again, on this side, we just have that fluffy, powdery, almost gelatin-looking buildup. Nothing bad. You know, it's not like it's packed tight or anything. Just that little bit there. According to Google, there's nothing to worry about with this either. I could be wrong. I'm not a fireman, but I'm not overly concerned. So, I guess overall here, guys, I'm not concerned about it starting a chimney fire because I don't know how hot cherry red is, but I know I had this fucker well into that 1500, 2000 degree range right up here. And I didn't have anything that continued to follow out. It just, you know, it was just the oil. I shut the oil off and came right back down. So I'm not concerned about whatever buildup that is. And even if that goes all the way through the chimney, I'm not worried about that. That's minuscule. So overall, it was good design. Like I said, a few things I'll probably change between now and next winter. But ultimately, I think this is probably going to stay for a heater out here. So, again, sorry that it took me several months to get this to you. But I guess at some point in time is better than never. I don't know. Stay tuned though. I'll be posting the video of my garden and then the video of my remodel once I get the flooring done. And then the video of the chickens as well, coming soon. First year doing all that, so hopefully it'll go well. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.